Coach, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. A 2-1 win. Your assessment of the game, please.
A very, very tactical game. Very, very good side, well coached. I think we lost our momentum in the second half. We played a very good first half, technically good, tactically good. We got the balls in the right areas, occupying the half spaces. Got a few chances that I think we should have buried, but we were casual in front of goals. But the game rewarded us with a goal, so I was happy with the first half. In the critical phase of the second half, we got another goal, which put us in a good position for the game. So I was happy with the game until we got a red card. Then I had to make obviously a lot of changes tactically, and obviously I brought out my 210s, and I put more defensive players who have good technique, and I was relying on the long balls behind them because Randburg plays a very high line. They try to capitalize on the mistakes that you have in your half, and they are a very good technical side. So when they win the ball, they are very dangerous on the transition, on the diagonal. So I make sure that we try to block that. The centre back, outstanding player, very good, takes the balls in the box. I have to give it to my centre backs. I mean, they were shorter than the opponent. At some point, they were marking 3 of them, and we would win the first balls. I think we could do better in the next game on the second balls in the midfield, but I understand we were 1 man less in the midfield after the red card. And I think the game equalized when they got a red card. But it was a very tough game. Randburg is a very well coached side, and you can see even on the log their performance. And they are a team that converts a lot of chances, so I have to give it to my goalkeeper. Mistakes are part of the game, but he did well to make sure he keeps the ball out of the net. A lot of balls came into our box, and the team was outstanding. Credit to the boys.
Coach, let's talk about those tactical changes in the second half when you got a second yellow and the boy was sent off.
Yes.
They are down to 10 men. Even though it equalized, like you say, they also get a second yellow. But what tactical changes did you make there? Because I also noticed that your centre forward then moved into centre back.
Yes, Mandla is a very good area, has very, very good aerial strength. So I knew that Randburg was going to punt them in the box. So I needed somebody who can compete in the air. And you saw in the second half, a lot of balls came in the box. So I needed his aerial strength more than anything there. I had to obviously sacrifice one player in the front 3 to move to a back 5 because Randburg bought three strikers, all of them central, and they were taking the balls wide in the box. So I then reverted to a back 5 with obviously my fullbacks trying to cut the supply on the side. And then in the middle, we had two players that were staying, and they were given the instruction to obviously try and break the passes, break the lines between midfield and defense, because Randburg is a very high line. So we got a few balls behind them for Josela. He could have converted the one chance it hit the pole. I think the strategy worked very well because he got in behind the defense like a few times, but he was unfortunate. And then later on in the game, another player got a yellow card. So, and he's a very hard player, we know. Ruby is a cleaner, so I then had to pull him out, take my left full back into the centre to complete that midfield 2, that staying midfield 2. And then we had 2 wide players because we knew that they are taking the balls wide and into the box. So now I was forcing them to play the ball straight instead of going to the side, coming into the box. The sun as well is affecting the game. So I wanted the balls to come direct. We have a tall goalkeeper there, and it worked very well. We could have done better, had a lot of fouls now in the wrong positions, not in the tactical foul zones that I normally preach to the boys, that if we're creating a foul, make sure it's in the right zone so that it's not dangerous to us, as far away from our goals, But it was a very tactical game, I don't want to lie, and the opponent responded very well. We were expecting fireworks from this game, and it's exactly what we got.
It was a battle for title contenders. How important is for you guys that you are able to then beat the team that you are contesting the title with?
it puts us in a good position because we have one game in hand, and that one game in hand is against Sundowns. So it brings us closer to Sundowns, and it really makes now, it gives the outcome of that that coming match weight. So whoever is going to win that match obviously will top the table. So therefore it puts pressure on Sundowns as well, as they are the league contenders, and we will be coming out with less pressure because they are obviously at the top of the log. But at the top there we have very competitive teams. I know we've got SuperSport Highlands there, and they are very consistent. I mean, Highlands Park has the blueprint. They've been doing it for they've been winning the league now, and they even in the season that SuperSport won the league, they were still contending. So they have the blueprint. They know how to win the league. Ours is to maintain our consistency, and our boys have been very consistent since they were in under 17. You know, they competed for the league. We lost it at the end, but they are showing consistency even this year. They're showing consistency in the tournaments. So I'm happy with the work that is being done by the coaches and myself. It's showing that we are up there with the top guys, but we still have to improve. Ours is to create players that will go on and represent the country and play in the national team. So we are more focused on the development of the boys, and I'm happy with the outcome. But more than anything, I want the boys to grow, and these are the kind of matches that we need in South African football, because they grow. They are competitive, they challenge the players mentally, they challenge them physically, technically, and these are the matches where they grow. So we need more competitive teams like Randburg, like Highlands Park. You know, I'm not saying no respect to the other teams in the league. GDL is a very, very, very tough league. All the way to number 18, the teams are competitive. But under 19, you can tell the top 5 is very competitive. I mean, we lost to SuperSport a few weeks back, which put us in the back foot. So this is a good step back in the title contention, you know. So I'm very happy with the outcome, and it puts pressure on the local leaders, and it gives us an advantage as well over Randburg, because we have a game in hand over them. So it gives us a bit of cushion. We still have a lot of games. We have about 12 games to go. So that cushion will play a very crucial hand in the future. But I'm hoping all goes well for us, man. It was very heartbreaking last year. But this year we want to push it till the end. Yeah.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it, and all the best going forward.
Thank you.